Making these videos is never easy because there's so many opinions, there's so many likes, dislikes, different situations, and I'm trying to combine everything and come to a decent, unbiased result. Sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm failing. This is one of those times.
Hi guys and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time to the channel, we're talking about points, credit, bonuses, and travel. Why do I need to say that? I would like to say something smarter. Like what's smart about credit cards?
I know.
We're talking about points, credit cards, bonuses, and travel. If this is something that interests you, please like this video, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can.
Bravo.
Some time ago, I did some videos talking about credit cards on different tiers, and I made the mistake of comparing, first of all, different tier credit cards in the same video. And on top of that, I missed on some benefits that some of these credit cards have. So I think it's time to put everything into the right perspective, as right as it can be. But there's some stables that have not changed. What is stable is the continuous decline on points value. We see it everywhere. Inflation affects everything. Generally, low sign-up bonuses and mediocre multipliers. But without any further ado, let's jump to the presentation and come back to wrap it up. So the first credit card we're going to examine today is the American Express Delta Platinum. The sign-up bonus right now is 80,000 points after spending 4,000 in 6 months. Talking about the credits, we're looking at one check bag, up to 9 people per reservation, 1 companion pass in coach, priority boarding to cabin 1, 20% off in-flight purchases, $100 TSA pre-global entry. There's no memberships, the lounge access, they only give you a $39 value special price up to 3 people per visit to the Sky Club. Multipliers, we're looking at 3x on Delta, hotels, 2x on restaurants, US supermarkets, 1x on everything else. Again, we're looking US supermarkets. I don't understand this. Delta flies everywhere. The return on spend for the first year is 25%. The United Quest is a credit card I didn't pay much attention to before, and I am not sure why. But yeah. Let's talk about this. 70,000 points after spending 4,000 in 3 months is the current sign-up bonus. The credits, $125 credit every year. 2-time 5,000 point credit. So you have to make 2 trips to get 5,000 points on each trip. $100 TSA pre-global entry. 25% off in-flight purchases and 2 checked bags. Up to 2 people, so 8 total when you're looking on a round trip for 2 people, and priority boarding. There's no memberships or lounge access, but the multipliers, we're looking 3x on United, 2x on all other travel, and that includes tolls, parking, everything. Restaurants, streaming, 1x on everything else. The return on spend is 27%. And now we're gonna go to my personal favorite. This is my personal card, okay? The Southwest Priority. I have this card for almost 3 years at this point, and I have been loving it. 75,000 points after spending $3,000 in 3 months is the current sign-up bonus. There's a credit of $75 and 7,500 points every year for upgrade boardings. So every time you go to the airport, you're gonna get an upgraded boarding if you choose so, and it's available. So that's about $50 every time. 25% off in-flight purchases. The multipliers, 3x on Southwest, 2x on rental partners, local transit, internet, cable, phone, and 1x on everything else. The return on spend for the first year is 34%. Incredible. It used to be even better. It was 1,000 spend for 50,000 points. That was off the hook. That's now gone. But as we know, what happens in the first year is one thing, what happens in the second and every year after is another, which is why we apply our imaginary budget of $12,000 equally spread between travel, restaurants, gas, and groceries. And again, this is travel credit cards, I understand, but groceries is also something that the Platinum offers. So I don't see why not including it. Everyday expenses if you had one credit card. So we see here how things flip completely. And this is where I was completely wrong. We're looking at the Delta Platinum at 5.37%. And I have the exact numbers here because they were so close. If I start to rounding up, you wouldn't see the difference that well. So instead of having like 5% for the Delta and then for United again 5%, they would look the same, but they're really not the same. So I want to point that out. 5.37 is for the Delta Platinum, 4.63 for the United Quest, and only 3.56 for the Southwest Priority. Looking at them next to each other, we see that with 34%, the first year is the Southwest Priority, the second is the United Quest, and the third is the Delta Platinum. For the second and every year after, the first is the Delta Platinum, the second is the United Quest, and the third is the Southwest Priority. But why was I so wrong about this? Well, there's many reasons why. First, we're looking at the actual numbers. So the numbers here talk for themselves. The best credit card long term is the Delta, and the second is the United. That is a very, very solid credit card. I mean, the credits alone are enough to cover almost entirely the annual fee of this credit card, even though it seems a little high. The second is the coverage. Southwest only flies in the US and in 10 different countries on the US continents, North America and South America. And it flies to the Caribbean. So if you fly around here in the neighborhood, you're good for the most part. But that's about it. One of the major advantages of this credit card is the upgraded boardings 4 times a year. And basically the credits pay for the annual fee. So it's like a no annual fee credit card and you get advantage of some incredible values that it offers. But at the same time, we're looking at the United Quest. It does exactly the same thing. It pays for itself through credits, but also offers the TSA pre-global entry, 25% off in-flight purchases, 2 checked bags. Now you might say Southwest offers 2 checked bags anyway, but that's exactly the point. It does offer it, but it's anyway. You don't need to have this credit card. You can just book wherever, on whatever website, booking.com, and fly with Southwest. You're going to get 2 checked bags with Southwest. But United and every other company basically charges you for that. So we're looking specific for this credit card. I'm not going to talk in general about the companies now. I'm talking about the credit card. The credit card offers the check bags. So it offers immediately value. Plus, it has an incredible coverage. United is in an alliance, as Delta is. You can fly anywhere in the world, and that's something you cannot say about Southwest. Now, looking at the Platinum, the Delta Platinum, things look even worse for the Priority, the Southwest Priority, because right now, with everything that happens in the world, and as we said before, the points value drops, ticket prices increase, this companion pass can be gold. It can pay multiple times the annual fee. I was checking for a flight a few months from now to go from this Washington, D.C. metro area that I live down in Miami. The cheapest flight I could find was $650 on the main cabin. $650. And I've seen that all the time. Now you might say you can find cheaper flights, go through booking.com or whatever other company. I understand that. But going directly from Delta and trying to book a flight domestically is hundreds of dollars. And this could be gold, really. It could possibly pay the annual fee multiple times, that alone. I'm not even going to go about the TSA pre. I'm not going to go about the free checked bag or the multipliers. And Delta, of course, flies everywhere in the world, either directly or through the partners. When I got the Southwest Priority, my circumstances were different. I was flying down to Costa Rica. That was the main international flight I had. Right now, Costa Rica will be one option, but both of the other companies, United and Delta, fly to Costa Rica as well. But they also fly everywhere in the world. Southwest does not. Now, do I dislike Southwest? I love Southwest. They have some of the best customer service, some of the best travel experiences you can have. I will continue flying them. But as me keeping the credit card, I don't think it makes sense for me anymore. For me, this is like completely personal. But I would completely go either for United or the Delta Platinum because right now I think it's huge what they offer, and that 5.37, it could easily be 7-8% based on the price of the ticket that you could get for the companion. So that is huge, and the United Quest is a very, very solid credit card. So that's all for today, guys. Let me know what you think about these credit cards. If you have any different opinion, please let me know in the comments down below. If you do have any of these credit cards, let me know how it goes for you, how the numbers look for you. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, ciao.